I don't think you watch a lot of movies that are really like.
I thought it was going to be a bland, dumb action movie.
To me,
And it actually has some.
Still
actually
was.
is.
He shouts a line based in Comanche, but translated, he calls Predator cheater.
What do you want to talk about today?
A little film called Prey.
Dimitri, what's your ties with Predator? We didn't,
Yes.
we didn't
what's
hear
your
that
ties?
yet.
Welcome to the best, the first, and the only podcast in the Netherlands.
Only.
It's the only podcast in the Netherlands.
The only relevant one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah. Welcome, Sunjeev.
Hey,
Who are you?
Sunjeev.
Hello, my name is Sunjeev, and I'm joining the podcast today.
Nice. And who are you?
My name is Madse Krivokutya.
My name is Jorrit Monné.
And I am Dimitri Janssen.
And we're talking English again. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Yes, I can understand.
For our international fans, we brought Sunjeev again
I'm the international.
because of the large success of the previous podcast and all the nice reactions. And, which was recorded 2 weeks ago, the last one. And now we came back in exactly the same clothes just for you.
Yeah.
Me as well.
Well,
And
I don't really change my clothes anyway. It's always black. So
Yeah.
Exactly. If you want us to change different outfits, make sure you like and subscribe and comment. And comment.
Oh.
So in that way, if we get into 1,000 subscribers, then it will get crazy ass clothes here for all the YouTube viewers. Not
Halloween
for Spotify.
special.
Exactly.
Oh, the Halloween special. That's a nice idea.
That is a very nice idea.
Very creative.
Sanjeev,
Nice.
what do you want to talk about today?
A little film called Prey.
Oh.
Why is it called Prey?
Oh, do you know why it's called Prey?
No, tell me.
No, you can explain.
Tell me. I don't know.
Do you not know? Because predator is a predator. And what does a predator hunt? He hunts his prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prey. That's what the film's called.
The
Is it-
opposite
what-
of Predator.
The opposite of predator. The
Get
prey.
it?
Yeah, but that's quite logical, right?
Yeah. But
Well,
you
I didn't get it at first for some reason. I don't know
And you
why.
didn't get it as well because you
No,
were...
because like, of course, like she's a prey.
No, but
you have a
you
predator
said-
and you have a prey. That because
No.
I thought there was a deeper meaning. Like, of course, like it's a predator. Is
I didn't
hunting
get
prey.
it as well. And it's also because it's in the same font as the...
I got it when it was announced.
oh, great.
Okay.
Dimitri is a really smart guy.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
I thought it was like a
thought-
deeper, like, oh, it's like pray, like a praying to God, and then pray, like being a prey and a predator. And
You really went deep.
I thought like that was the explanation I was gonna get because the predator hunts prey, and
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Kind of disappointed now.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, nice. Where shall we start?
Tell me, what's Prey all about?
I think it is the fourth Predator movie?
It depends. So we got Predator,
Yeah.
Predator 2.
This in LA.
Predators.
Alien vs Predator.
Oh yeah.
Alien vs Predator 2,
Predators.
The Predator. And this is the 7th.
What a franchise.
Sheesh. Yeah. And in the background here, you can see some nice Arnold
The
action.
best Predator movie, yes.
Yes.
I have to admit, I have not seen all of them. I think I only saw Predator 1 and 2. And was it
And then you saw The Predator with me.
that's with you in the cinema.
4DX.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I saw
yeah.
1, 2...
Oh, that was an experience though. It was actually quite fun, but it was. If you look at the tone of the movies, it's pretty different. All. Now that I think of it,
Yeah, kind of.
then Prey is a weird one out in if you see these kind of 1, 2.
Well, Alien vs Predator is also a lot different than Predator 1 and 2.
It's also really, really bad. Because I've seen all the Predator stuff. Because I'm a huge Predator. I love the Predator design and everything in the films.
Yeah.
But the Alien vs Predator films are really bad. They're just terrible. Predator 2.
It's in LA,
I'm
right?
just thinking, didn't Paul W.S. Anderson also made one of your favorite movies, Event Horizon?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But,
that was a good one.
He fluked it.
He fluked it. Yeah.
But the Predator 2, that one was okay, but he had some cool scenes in there. He had some great scenes, and he had a really good ending as well, and a really good behind the scenes ending where you have all the Predators dancing. That was pretty cool.
What? I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Oh, now
we need to edit this in here.
Isn't there like a 10-hour version of that on YouTube? Otherwise, we should have put that on.
Probably should have checked because that scene is really funny. You got all the Predators dancing.
And the good thing is our editor Kiers will edit that video in right now. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see the Predators dancing.
Shout out to Kiers.
Shout out to Kiers,
Shout out to Kiers, yes.
I always was playing the Alien vs Predator side-scrolling beat 'em up, and I was always the Predator. Have you played that one?
Oh, the arcade game.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Did it come out on?
No, it's like a very old. I had it on an emulator once. Like it's like almost, it's like Turtles in Time, like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and you could be an alien, you can be a predator, and you can be like a commando. And yeah, the Predator has like the coolest weapon.
Yeah, what's your history with Predator, Jorrit? Because we know Sunjeev, he used to watch.
Yeah,
we know, but
yeah, I used to watch Predator like pretty much every day when I was a kid. I used to have like a VHS and a DVD and behind the scenes. So like I memorized like pretty much every Arnold line in the movie. So it's like one of my go-to movies. And I used to love watching the behind the scenes DVDs as well. So yeah, I really, really loved the first Predator movie. It's definitely like, I think when someone asked me, oh, what's your like, top 3 or top 5 films, that would probably be in there.
So you're
nice.
In your case, Predator is like, my movie is Terminator 2.
Oh.
So yours is Predator.
So you both love Arnold.
Both the Arnie lovers.
Yeah, but the thing is,
yes.
I can't films. You can't really say like which is your favorite all time.
Yeah, but with Terminator 2, I watched the most.
Yeah, Predator. I'll probably watch the most as well.
Of all movies, yeah.
What?
Of all movies.
I'm not sure now because I watch.
Let's close.
Because the thing.
Yeah,
I watch that every year.
Yeah.
And I've done.
But every day out of school, that's my Terminator 2 thing. I put the VHS in and I'd go again.
Yeah, it probably would be the Predator and Aliens. I would probably say as well those two. When I was a kid, I used to always be in rotation. But yeah,
Aliens was great as well.
Yeah, super good. What's your history with Predator, Jorrit?
Well, the amount of movie I was thinking like, what is the movie that I've seen like so many times? I think that's The Sound of Music.
Oh, nice!
Because I was always at my grandparents, played every week. Because I thought like, what did I do? What movie did I watch? But no, I there was that, but it's totally irrelevant though.
It's
kind of relevant.
You can sing all the songs of Sound.
I literally was. I was last time.
The
I was
Von Trapp family.
I was listening at work to the soundtrack
of Sound of Music.
No, it was also in there, and
nice.
I was like, oh, it's such a vibe. Like movie music, so good. It was a very fun day at work. Like it was. I love music. Anyways, my history with Predator, not that much. I've seen one and two. I think maybe once. I think the design is really cool. I played the shitty game on PlayStation, the Predator. They have to like a PvP. Like one person is the
new
Predator.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 people.
I was quite excited for that, but then again, I remembered the other monster game.
Oh
Evolve.
Yeah, it's kind of that idea, but I'm not a huge fan, but I do love the design and like the stealth thing, and then the weapons he has, and
yeah, I love the concept
kind of like a
of
weird
Predators.
alien and dreadlock hunter.
Yeah,
I love the concept of Predators. I love monster movies and that kind of stuff in general.
But Predator, in a sense, is an alien, right?
The deal is he wants to
like Aliens is also a monster movie.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But his only task is to find a warrior, right? Like a strong warrior.
No, his task is to hunt.
Yeah, but
doesn't matter what.
He's a predator.
Yeah.
Like you, Sunjeev.
But it takes trophies, right? But it takes trophies.
It takes trophies, yeah.
Because there are some things happen here that I'm not so familiar in the lore, and it's why does he do this? But probably it's being told in different ways.
In Predator 2,
like freezing skulls or like
when he's on the ship, there's a trophy and he beats off the alien head.
Yeah. The xenomorph. Yeah, for sure.
So he's just collecting skulls as a trophy,
as
right?
Trophies,
it's a trophy. Okay,
I think I watched Predator 2 only like
but also
2 times maybe.
it's worth it for like some of the.
Now I want to watch it.
I want to rewatch it because for me it's seriously a long time ago.
And the ending's really cool.
I remember the ending.
And in Prey, the ending of Prey ties to Predator 2 as well.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Now I want to watch it again.
What is your history with Predator?
I had Terminator 2, of course. It was my favorite movie by far when I was a child. And suddenly...
Did you see it a lot, or...?
Yes, every day when I came out of school and I had nothing to do, I would watch Terminator 2. But I think my brother was sick from school, stayed home, and a friend of my parents came along, and he recorded some movies on the movie channel for my brother. So it was True Lies, I remember, and Predator.
Two good movies.
Yeah.
More Arnie films.
Yeah, more Arnie movies. He knew we loved Arnie movies.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah, I was a big fan. But Predator I found like way more terrifying than Terminator 2, which traumatized some friends of mine back then. But the thing is, Predator, the first one, really has suspense, and you don't know what's coming. So to tie into the movie Prey, which I didn't really like, it didn't have any suspense.
You didn't like
what?
Prey?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't think you had
no suspense?
No.
Oh.
Didn't even like think, no. Yeah. Nothing.
It's funny because I know what Sunjeev thinks. I know what Madse thinks, but I don't know what Jorrit thinks.
Yeah.
That is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
I was actually, I read a lot about it, and
me too.
I just came from a festival, so I was super tired. And then Dimitri said, watch Prey before this podcast. So I did. I literally watched it today.
Mm-hmm. So we are all very excited for your
or do you want our opinions first? That's the
drop your because Dimitri, what's your ties with Predator? We didn't hear that yet.
I didn't watch Predator a lot when I was younger because we didn't have it on VHS. But I like I said, I always loved the concept, and I did watch every one of them, and most of them were not good.
No.
The 4DX one was a great experience. But we had to laugh a lot.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if I'm going to watch it again, though.
Oh, no.
It's an interesting tie-in with this one that I will bring up later. But like I said, I really love the concept. And when I heard they were doing like Prey, Predator versus Native Americans, Comanche, I was already on board. I thought that was the best concept.
That was the moment I was on board as well.
And I also really love the director, and he did do a lot. He did Dan Trachtenberg. He did 10 Cloverfield Lane,
which was awesome. Yes,
it was super good.
It was once of The Boys as well.
The pilot of The Boys, and he was attached to doing Uncharted, but like he was one of 10 directors that fell out. So. Yeah, he didn't do it. But, I want him to make more stuff because I really enjoyed Prey.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Prey as well. I wasn't, like you were comparing it to the first one, like with suspense and stuff. But for me, I wasn't looking as comparing it to the first. For me, it was like a monster feature film, which I really like. And I thought he did it really well. I liked the pacing of it, and I liked the action. And the story was pretty basic, but I really like how it's like the Predator. It seemed like it was like a juvenile on his first hunt, and the main character was like the same, sort of both under like the same, doing the same thing. They're on the first hunt basically. But yeah,
Naru.
Yeah,
that's her name.
Naru.
The thing is, I didn't really get that he was on his first hunt. And I don't know why. Maybe because I was eating during one part of the movie.
Because he's reckless.
Yeah, he's reckless.
He's very reckless.
He gets damaged a lot.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I said, like I told you, he gets bitten by a wolf.
Yeah.
He's fighting a snake, and then he's fighting a wolf, and he's like, why is the Predator fighting these
animals. The bear is like almost.
Yeah, he's almost getting his ass kicked by a bear.
Yeah. He loses his face mask. He's like he doesn't even know that his face mask remotely works. Like it's all mistakes that he does.
Yeah. So that makes it a little bit better for me to know that he is just a predator who's learning.
Yeah.
And not that advanced as the one in the first movie.
Well, even the technology, which I love, his gadgets are less advanced than in the first Predator.
Steel
as
pins.
Well.
So normally it's
lasers. I love that scene where you have suddenly these lasers. They go on the forehead. And I was like, oh, he's gone. And then he shoots these pins, and I was like, oh, he has a different kind of.
Normally
weapon.
it's a shot. Right now it's like these steel. Because it is like it's
homing missiles.
In 1800, or was the
1719?
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah. So the Predator is almost as advanced as the Native Americans, the Comanche.
Well, he knows space travel, so he's a bit more advanced.
But weapon-wise, he has the arrows and the pins.
Sure, but he also has like this thinner cloud bombs. What are
these mines
that people get their feet chopped off? It's like a low blade cut something.
And he has a super cool shield from
God of War shield. Kratos shield.
I had a lot of God of War flashbacks because also like her weapon.
Oh yeah.
For me it was kind of like the Revenant with a predator. With a predator.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big compliment.
It is.
That sounds like a good concept.
I thought they were gonna because in the beginning it starts very corny. I was almost afraid because then you have like this pan going up, like a tilt, and you see the logo, but it was done really shitty. And then you see the effects, and then you see the Predator looks like a PlayStation 2 holograph. I was like, this is some bad CG.
Yeah.
And then the beginning it looks really shitty, but then when he becomes a practical, then boom, then it changes, and then and there's some montage in there, and then the main character gets like her she's kind of clumsy, and I think the smart, confident way of editing, like she's training her, she's missing everything, and then she got her new weapon, and then they cut, boom, it was successful, like. Those kind of cuts are like great, and then also one of the one takers in the scene that blew me away. Like one combat scene is like a very long one taker
with the butter, with the arrows.
No, not even. No, it's her only with those French people.
Oh,
like it's like a one.
Oh big I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
and it's,
I like that as well. Yeah,
it's like it's choreographed because it's like a long sequence and it's rough and I was like, that's some really good action.
But I like any long one taker, so that is good because you have also.
But it was the first, like I was afraid it was gonna be where it was going, and it surprised me in many cases.
That is nice. Because it starts pretty slow.
Yeah,
which I enjoyed very much so.
I thought they're going to be slaughtered, and then her brother will be killed in this way, and then she will go to revenge, and la la. And then meanwhile, it's
how good is that subversion with the mud pit?
Yeah,
where she falls in the mud pit and she has to get herself out, and then you suddenly reminded of he can see me in the mud from Arnold Schwarzenegger of the first Predator, and they don't use it in that way. I thought that was really smart.
Yeah, because when she gets covered up in mud, all that chopped, and I thought, the Predator's going to come and it's going to be the same like the first film. But then when she washes off, I was like, okay, at least they're not doing it the same.
Yeah. And I think they do it really subtly, like with the special the ingredient. Like first the guy is like, I'm being very cold. There's nothing done. It's introduced. Then it's like the guy with a chopped off leg, like he cannot be seen. And then it's like, it actually works. And then she used it for herself. And I think that was it's more subtle, and it was more surprising than I thought. I thought it was going to be a bland, dumb action movie, to me, and it actually has some. No, actually is. I think it is.
Madse, you hated it.
It ended exactly and almost even worse than I hoped.
What do you mean by ended? Is this again like, I know she was going to kill the Predator?
For sure, but I also mean like the. How her the thing is, I didn't have any connection to any character in this movie.
So when I thought everybody was chill. But
so that when that happens, I don't care who dies or who survives. and that kills the entire suspension, right? Of the movie.
For sure.
If I don't have any connection to any character, and it's not even the acting. It's also just because there's no build up to their relationships or whatever. It's just them being there. She's a bad female hunter, which also is so extremely cheesy. And she needs to prove herself, and she gets to prove herself to another like higher being, predator-wise, and she succeeds in the end. Yeah, okay, that's it. Great.
Well, that's what you call a story.
I think that from point one, is the protagonist, and then she's at a low point, and there's an enemy. Of course, she's gonna defeat it, but the road towards it needs to be a surprise, which it is.
Yeah, I agree. I thought also it's interesting.
I don't have any surprise.
It was interesting because I had the same thing where I was like, will I feel any suspense because it's like it's her versus the predator? But they throw a couple of things in the mix which really worked for me. Was the tiger, and it's first that, and it's also
the bear was cool,
and the bear. But it's also the whole tribe is in danger if they don't believe her and if they don't find this thing. And then the French come.
That was cool.
And I don't know. They just mix it up so that I find it.
I like the part when the French came. So I hoped that would up the movie for me. And there was a nice scene like the fighting and whatever. And they completely overwhelmed by the they were overwhelmed by the predator. That was awesome.
That was my high point of the film.
I thought it was cool. Well. Like it was learning the abilities of the predator by fights or situations. Yeah. What weapons does he have? What's his weakness? What works and what doesn't work? Like the reflective bullets, the pins, the blade shield. Those things were like, I thought they were cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And he used them all in that battle. But I also really liked the Buffett character.
Yeah.
When he was fighting the predator, which is a really cool scene, shooting the arrows in the ground and grabbing them. And then when the predator disappeared, I was a bit like, he's going to end up dying, and I didn't want the character to die. So I did get attached to that character, and the main character. The thing as well is, because the film's in English, but he has like the...
a native language.
Subtitles were in the native
language.
Yeah, that was interesting because I was watching it with English subtitles, and then the French were like translated into French.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I didn't.
You don't understand them. That's also
I know a little bit of French, and then also like the
Comanche.
They also they're like, what is this? And then
they also dubbed it in Comanche.
Yeah.
As well, the original cast.
For me, it didn't. I was
no. You can watch it if you want
like
it.
that. Yeah,
I think if I would have watched it in the Comanche dub the first time, because I didn't really got sold on that it really took place in like the Old West or whatever.
That point, I think it would have been better if it was in Comanche originally, like doing like Apocalypto.
That's if that was the vibe, like the apocalyptic vibe, like true people in there.
I agree, but can you really blame the film?
No.
For that?
I know,
because it's like a studio thing, right?
Yeah. Yes,
people are not gonna make this movie if.
Yeah, but the thing is, Apocalyptico got made. So
but that was Mel Gibson at his height.
It would have been different.
The Jesus movie, and everybody wanted to give
Passion
him money.
of the Christ, so he got a lot of money for the next one.
I think for me, it is enough, because if it would be, the French would be like, "Hey, they are coming there." If they were talking like that, the French talk French, and even they sometimes speak Apache. So in that way, I think it's fine that they speak
Comanche.
Comanche.
Yeah. But if they would have done that, then it would have maybe sold me more on that it's really like a tribe, and also in the old times, and now it feels like actors. I also because of the French, talking French mostly. I think that bothered me a lot. Because there's people talking English amongst the Comanches, and
is the thing is like they did with Hunt for the Red October. In the beginning, they all speak Russian.
Yeah,
and then you have this camera zoom on the lips, and then suddenly they talk English and they zoom out.
Yeah,
and they thought about doing that for this film. The
so
director said in the interview, but he was like, maybe we shouldn't need to do that. That people get that they're speaking Comanche, but
I didn't really get it because they sometimes they go back to Comanche language and sometimes they're talking English.
Yeah, it's a different approach to the same concept, right?
Yeah. It kind of does, but it threw me off.
Yeah,
I didn't
have any problems.
I love this better than if you have like the French speaking. Oh, they are coming, and if they would do it like that, and then the people, like every culture would be like a dialect.
Yeah, but that's why I am.
For now, it's just the language of the protagonist is the language you understand. That's what they chose.
Exactly.
But I think because they mixed it. That's why I got confused.
Would you liked it? Would you have liked it more if it was pure and only English without any Comanche words in there?
I don't know, because it's also because of the French. That's what Jorrit said. If they
but
would
the
do
French,
the accent, and then
the French would speak English.
The French makes sense that they don't understand the French, right?
That's true. I don't know, but it's also I think just I don't know if it's the direction or the acting. I just didn't really believe in it.
What did you think of the Predator design?
That's always awesome.
Well,
never touch the Predator.
Not always. Yeah, very well
because,
said.
I really like
in the beginning
this design.
Yeah, but I didn't watch every Predator.
Oh yeah. Because the Predators, for instance, the design of the normal Predator wasn't very good. Because one mistake they make is in the first Predator, doing like his mandibles, they like go a certain height, and they in terms of the flesh. But in the films afterwards, like the Alien vs Predator films, like the Predator, is very very loose. The skin is so. It just doesn't look right, basically. Yeah. There's a whole YouTube video on it. But analyzing
real deep into knowledge.
But this one was really good. I like the design.
Yeah, me as well.
I love that helmet, like that bony helmet that he has on. The first time he uncloaks, I was like, ooh. Yeah, I like this.
But talking about the suspensions, like there's nothing more scary than an invisible enemy, for me.
Yeah. Exactly, and I was also thinking that he's a cheap player. He cheats.
Exactly.
In every way,
he has every advantage he can do from distance. He's very strong from front, and he's just reckless and young.
Saying that when the brothers fighting the Predator and he's shooting the arrows, he shouts a line based in Comanche, but translated he calls Predator cheater when the Predator goes invisible. Because he's fighting him one-on-one, and then he goes invisible, so he's like cheating. You're basically cheating.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Otherwise, he would have got him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I like that.
But that's what, like, always, like, even with the grass field, you'd be like, oh, they're safe. And then one moment she's like, oh, and then the Predator's like, oh, I can see it, and it's invisible, and then just run. Like,
and he has outmatched.
You're outmatched all of the time. So in that way, you know he's coming. And then even the scene with the French where they're like, they're putting up the trap, and then you see all the horses going away because everybody's murdered in the back, and then you still always know like it's gonna come and strike. So in that way, I thought the tension was good.
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was super interesting that he moves up the
food chain.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So snake, wolf, grizzly.
Yeah,
I thought.
And I thought the grizzly is to show off how badass the Predator was.
Yeah.
And then the Frenchman massacre occurs. And I was like, oh no, that's to show off how badass the Predator is.
And also he got
that
captured.
Whole
like,
scene is so
even
good.
they capture him with the net, and then he's immediately out of there, and then...
Oh, then he shoots that one guy.
What's that crazy net? Like what? It's like melting around it, but then it goes into like a small...
No, it dices him because the net gets tighter and tighter.
Oh, that was the thing,
Yeah, but it also makes like a boiling sound. Like
it could be. It's like burning through the ground and through the flesh. Like
seems like it.
In Predator 2, he uses that weapon as well. He shoots it on one of the enemies, and it gets him to the wall, and then it keeps going further and further back, and then it's burning as well.
What a terror machine it is.
It burns as well, right?
I love
the burns. It's like, can you imagine like that race? The race would be like, we need to define a weapon where we would suffocate them the most. Like a net, but then it has to burn as well. That's a good weapon.
To dice him.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember from Predator 2, yes. Even though I saw it at a way too young age. But talking about the suspension, the thing is, in the first Predator, you don't really get to see him until the end, right? And...
the question is, can you do it twice?
If you want to, since they seem to handle this sort of like a reboot almost, in a way, but with a younger Predator learning his moves. But the thing is, these people don't know about the Predator. He lands there, he attacks them, and that's it. That's what also happens in the first movie, in a sense.
But it's also what happens in Predators, and what happens in Predator.
Yeah, but I didn't watch those. So
okay, good argument.
Yeah. I just compared it to Predator 1 and 2, and Alien vs Predator, but it's a different movie than this. But since you get to follow him in his journey hunting like animals. Which seem to prove that he's moving up the food chain, which it's okay. Yes. But I never had. You always follow him around, so you kind of know where he is, and.
But that's the thing. Like there's non-stop. That's the thing. You're non-stop. You're being hunted. So there is
he
no.
He could be anywhere.
Yeah, but then again, he never really hunts the main character. She always gets off really easy in the beginning. Like it's almost like he's in love with her almost, because he never attacks her.
Well, when she's trapped in the when she's chasing it, he's chasing her, and then she gets trapped in the chain. He doesn't go for her because she's unarmed and she's on the floor. It's not a
threat. She's not a trophy.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Even when they're like in the middle, it said like
that's the whole thing. Yeah. The whole movie is about.
But all these other people.
Everybody underestimates her.
So easy for him.
No, but
they're attacking him.
Yeah.
It's kind of you're kind of missing the point here.
Yeah, no.
But she literally says it. Yeah, when she's tied up with her brother, like we're not a threat, so it's not us.
I know. Yeah, but then again, she doesn't seem. If I would have been, I think in a tribe like that, and even. If I would meet something like a Predator right now, I wouldn't have been as confident as those people were back then, I guess.
They don't seem confident to me, but...
They're immediately, okay, they know about what he thinks or what he... I don't know. It's just... It felt off. All felt off.
No, but it's for honor and defense. Like, you know, like to get to protect the village no matter what. Like, if there's... French people or a lion or whatever, like also loved it that the lion wasn't actually a lion, like a weird, some kind of like
cheetah.
You don't really get to see the village as well, just a few times.
No, because they're nomads.
No, of course. But the thing is, there doesn't seem a lot of stuff to say for me.
What did you think of the ending?
The end fight was insanely cheap. Also with the helmet, the trap. Okay, it's also extremely like you can predict everything that happens almost. Okay, she's gonna beat him, and she's gonna be the.
But that's the beginning and the end. But that's like, there's a good guy and there's a bad guy. The good guy's going to win from the bad.
Of course, but in between,
it's everything in between. That needs to surprise.
Exciting stuff happens, and here in this movie, I think it's just mostly the French, which I didn't expect. That was fun, but then it died off. After that.
But I think the way they introduce the things are so subtle, and again, I expected like a stupid, dumb action movie. But like, let's say the trap first, like the dog gets trapped in it. Hey, there must be a third party.
But you know what I disliked about that? He still was caught in the trap, and I was like, how does that happen? Did he waggle his tail and then suddenly he's still, because it doesn't make sense because those traps he had to press in the middle and then chop.
Yeah.
I didn't care. It's okay. I get it. You have to tell that little story there.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about the logicality of that.
Big shout out to the dog. I love the dog.
Yeah. I love him.
Great doggo. Good boy.
So you accept.
But the thing, but Madse, any movie, like any
movie, yes.
Terminator, there's a guy and there's a bad guy, and the good guy will win from the bad. You know at the beginning and ending, but it doesn't matter. Like if it is, I thought like, oh, this is gonna happen.
Compare Terminator to
no, but like let's say I was like, oh, then the brother's gonna do, and then it's gonna die, and she's gonna be bad, and she's gonna sacrifice, and but then oh no, this happened, and then
the thing is, if you watch a lot of. I think thrillers or whatever, you get tired of the same setup every time again. I don't think Dimitri.
I think I watch more than you, and I'm still okay with it if it's done well.
I mean, suspension wise, like I don't think you watch a lot of movies that are really like. I
want to
finish your sentence, Madse.
Scary.
No, I didn't watch like. Super horror flicks like what was the one you watched with the I don't watch the super
this felt like
Serbian movie and that kind of stuff.
I don't compare that shit to this because then this is still a great
so
movie.
What is your point? But so what is your point?
The thing is the first Predator and maybe I'm just comparing it too much to the first Predator still. It had suspense. I was like every time I watched it as a child, I was still thinking, I always felt suspense, even though I knew what was going to happen, even though I knew it was like a simple setup.
Let me ask you, what did you want out of this movie?
To be more
suspenseful.
No, more believable. Since they sold it as a. Yeah, like a Comanche tribe back in the, I don't know what year
Original
it is.
1719.
And also not to feel like a bunch of millennials or whatever playing those roles. And that...
You watched a different movie than I did.
Yeah.
Who else is going to play those roles?
Yeah. And I don't know, even
I just like gatekeeping soms.
No, not gatekeeping. It's also the
wasn't
way
it macho enough for you?
No, I don't need machos in there. I just need a strong woman because she was like degraded by all the macho women, of course, macho men around her. She can't hunt. She needs to go back to the tribe. And starting off with that, I thought of already, okay, it's going to be a story like this. Like the woman isn't strong enough. Okay, she needs to learn how to hunt, and she will prove it by defeating the predator. Great, that's an exciting story.
But everything that happened in between,
I thought it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, and the thing is because it's not exactly. I think also the acting. It's also the. I can't put my finger on it, but it's the way it's filmed as well. It seems insanely clean, and I think in The Revenant as well, it also depicts like a earlier time than ours, and there it's almost like a guy walks with him, right, with a camera.
I wanted to say they took a lot of stuff from The Revenant for this film.
Yeah.
Photography wise.
Yeah. I think they tried that indeed, but. They never came close.
That's why I call it.
Okay, Revenant is one of the most beautiful films ever.
And it's also, I think it's also maybe, and that's now I think of it's maybe the biggest point for me. It's like the extreme cheap CG mixed with trying to convince me that these are old times. You know, it's also what I hated about Cowboys vs. Aliens as well.
I get the CG thing. That's been like a discussion on the internet, and I don't get it. Because
from the beginning it looks really bad.
It looks bad. It looks bad, but it conveys what it has to be. It's not an expensive movie. It's not about the CG. It's fine. They have to tell a story, and
maybe
they could have used a real bear, but that would have been quite dangerous.
No. But they don't have to do the thing is with CG, and what I hate about CG in general, when you like try to sell other life forms, is that they don't choose. They put the camera like in front, like 20 centimeters in front of a rabbit, for example. You would never do that with a real rabbit. So it's, if you want to sell me that this is a real rabbit, then also make the scene. That's what they do with Jurassic Park. The first
yeah, really well. No, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
I thought for this it was
But
fine. And
yeah, but that's the thing. Is since they want to convince me that these are old times, and this is a real yeah.
Again, I know what
I
you're
love
trying
the
to
image
say.
that shot with the.
But again, you're
It clashes too hard for me.
If they want to convey old times, then they have to use more traditional methods in shooting the film. Doesn't make sense to me because
no. You can still do CG. That's no problem to me. But the way you use CG, you can also still tell that he's killing all those animals to learn without like having a weird story about the rabbit is looking at the wolf now, and it's
kind of conveys the whole theme about prey as well.
Observing.
I know,
observing,
I know
learning,
that it conveys and
and
it tries to tell stuff like that, but you can also do it not that insanely. That it's look, we can be extremely close on these animals because they are fake, and if you would have maybe put someone who is looking at them or whatever, just from her point of view, maybe. Then
was
it
the
would
predator looking at them.
Yeah, that's what I also didn't like. So following the predator.
I love that shot though. The bunny and then
I would have loved to be with her.
That upshot, it was.
I would have loved to be with her, watching the predator doing all this stuff. You know, like her discovering
with her
the predator.
watching the predator.
But then
Something like that.
The predator.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense with the whole theme, right? And it would be, wouldn't that then just cheapen the predator, that he's the predator, but he's being looked upon by another better...
Yeah, but the thing about the premise of the movie that excited me the most is that these people, even more so than people in the 1980s, where I think Predator will have taken place.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. But... they are used to some kind of technology, you know, and I would have loved that there was more like they weren't really that baffled by what it was. Like, it's the monster from I don't know what they call it again, but it's some
stories
mythical monster, yeah.
From children's stories.
And suddenly they are just used to it, and okay, it's the mythical monster. We're not that scared anymore, but we just gotta fight him. And yeah, I think if I saw that thing in the street, I would have gone insane.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I looked at it more like a cool monster feature, which you don't really get much these days.
That's true.
I miss him.
But that's also just why I want the Marvel and Star Wars to stop for once and get some budget out to more original ideas.
I'm okay with the Marvel and Star Wars. I just want more pictures.
I want more original ideas. More.
Because Dimitri, how expensive was it to make? Do you know that?
No, I googled it. It's not. You cannot find it. No. I try Google it. If you find it, I'm amazed. It says 88 million, but that was the first.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
No, you couldn't find it, and it was supposed to be a theatrical release, but 20th Century Fox got bought by Disney, and if they release something in the theater, then it has to come to HBO Max after. That's why Free Guy, for example, is streamable on HBO Max. That's why they released this on Hulu, which is like in the US, that's the adult Disney Plus.
Ah, yeah.
Here in the Netherlands, we get Disney Plus and Stars.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a political thing to do.
Stupid politics.
Yeah. I would have loved to watch this in the theater.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool.
Maybe I even would have thought it was better in the cinema.
I do have to say, because I was watching it on my great OLED TV, I loved it. But when the windows were there, at some points it was really dark, that it was harder to watch, and in that way, like it's better, especially in the beginning. Was
it as dark as Alien vs Predator 2 though?
I cannot remember. I definitely have not seen that on my TV.
Alien vs Predator 2 is so bad. It's so dark, and I think it's not like it must have been shot that way or something. But it's really bad. You can't even increase the quality no matter how.
I think that I remember that. I thought I didn't watch it. But now I do remember that I did watch it. I rented it in the video.
It's terrible. But the thing is, with Prey, that beginning bit where they're hunting and it's like a nighttime and it's really dark, I was a little afraid. I was thinking, I hope this ain't one of those films where it's like completely dark. You can't see the monster, whatever. But then most of the fight scenes, it's in daylight and it's really well shot.
I think that's
what I wanted to say at the start of this podcast as well, that The Predator by Shane Black, the one we saw in 4DX with moving chairs and stuff.
Shout out to that.
It's the worst way to experience something. They reshot the ending completely because he shot it in daylight and he said, oh no, Predator has to be scary and it's only scary at nighttime and blah, blah, blah. So they reshot the whole ending of that film. And I was watching this and I was thinking, here they show you that a Predator can be really scary in daytime.
Because you see all the blood more and all the...
Yeah, I don't know. It's just as scary. I thought.
But also in the first one, there's also a lot of daytime.
Right? Yeah, it's only daytime, right?
Yeah.
Apart from the ending.
Apart from the ending, true.
Did you I was one thing as well. Did you have to? Did you get God of War the game in your head when she pulls the
and the shield
and the shield but also the one taker in the end she's throwing it in and then. Ding, it was like, oh yeah, God of War.
Yeah, there's only
sorry to interrupt you. He plays a lot of games. Dan Trachtenberg, the director, and he was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and he got that composer to do this.
What did you want to say?
I was gonna say there's only a couple small nitpicks that I had with the film. Like one of them was the callbacks that they did, which I thought they didn't really need, was when they're tied up and the brother goes, oh, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Oh,
I was like, we didn't really need to say that.
The thing is, the moment that happened, I thought, okay, now I'm done.
No, it's just a small thing. But then the other one was when she's at the end and she's with the spikes behind and she's like, come on, do it. And I was like, oh, that's another one. Doing
I missed that one.
Where
do it, yeah. She was just sitting there, do it.
Same Arnie, and I was like, oh, I didn't need to do that. And the other thing, which it was a small thing, was when she does the pins at the end to kill the Predator, and the Predator's in the mud, and then he does that dopey head turn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't need that head turn.
No. I agree.
I don't know the source material that well, so I did not get.
Yeah, but the head turn is just
it was a bit
dopey.
Yeah, it's a bit dopey.
No, but I liked it. The things.
It's pretty 80s though.
Yeah.
I liked the things that you saw in that way. The Predator was so inexperienced. Let's say that even with his head scalp moved, that he could be hit by himself, or the weak spots. You feel it was an inexperienced Predator. I think that was cool. First she was the prey, and then she was not a threat, so she could learn until she got enough knowledge to defeat him, and then she became.
That was her superpower, right? Yeah. Being underestimated and learning quickly.
Yeah.
Sunjeev, tell me about the tie-in with Predator 2.
Oh yeah, there's a pretty cool scene at the end of the film because she gets the gun from the French person, but at the end of Predator 2, when Danny Glover, he kills the Predator, and then all the other Predators turn up. They give him that as a reward, that same gun that was in Prey. So it's that's where it's from.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. When she shows the gun, I was like, oh shit, that's from the end of Predator 2.
Nice.
The trophy, the pistol.
But then that means that the Predators
return
because they got the gun back, or something happened for them to get the gun. And then they gave it to Danny Glover.
Yeah, during the credits as well, there's they retell the stories in these old cave drawings.
Yeah.
And but it goes a little bit further than the end of the movie. So you see them coming back to Earth.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. But I thought it was I liked it also, the learning how to use a gun and the special.
And it didn't work out for her
because she didn't even know the machine that he thought. You see something and then you only see the effect, because a lot of people are losing their limbs.
Yeah,
you don't actually see what the power is, the bomb or the what is it? It's like a blade bomb or something, right?
Yeah, those mines. You mean?
Yeah.
Because
what's the weapon?
He has the hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't read too much like positive comments and praise all over the internet,
hyped yourself up too much.
Then
you should just have your own opinion, Madse.
Yeah. But it was also just in WhatsApp groups or whatever, so I didn't really search for it. But
which WhatsApp group, Madse?
I don't know. But the thing is, maybe if I didn't expect too much from it, I would have like let it pass and think, okay, this is just a simple movie and can be fun as well. But I think the most, in our talk, I thought, okay, maybe the CG and indeed the old style. That's the thing that bothered me the most, I guess. Since it just didn't look right. And it's not because of the CG looking bad, because the bear was animated awesome as well. But it's just the way they use the camera for it. I follow all these animals like characters. And animals are just animals.
Animals are animals.
Yeah.
That's a
Madse Krivokutya,
nice conclusion.
2022.
Yeah. Nice conclusion.
If you want to,
Sunjeev,
if you want to portray them as real wild animals and not trained Hollywood animals, then
you know that every animal you watch in a film is a trained
I
Hollywood
know. But if you want
live even.
Yeah, we
if you
saw them
wanna-
live
in LA.
Everybody was doing their part except for the cats.
The cats, they didn't give a fuck.
but that's also the
chilling.
thing what they did wrong with the Jurassic World movies for me, right? Like in Jurassic Park, they are still wild beasts, and in Jurassic World, they are your friends, companions, or your worst enemies.
Missiles.
Or
Yeah.
missiles.
You can even promise
Or
things to them.
Army weapon.
Make a pact with the dino.
Train them.
Train them with the laser.
With your hands.
Yeah.
My
T-Rex
God.
is even right.
So sorry for hating this movie.
Sunjeev, if you have to give this a 1 out of 10.
A 1 out of 10. Oh, okay.
I did the same thing as Madse did last time.
Yeah. 1 out of 10.
Nice.
I want
If
to
you
say
have to get
grade.
through
Grade is not the right word, right?
Well, grade is like letters,
ABC. Yeah. So
Give it a score.
Give it a
score.
score.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Score it, please.
Score it. Okay. I'll probably give you like a 10, probably like a solid 8.
That was exactly my score as well.
Okay.
A solid 8 out of 10.
Madse,
Madse
Jorrit.
hated it.
I think I'd give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I thought I watched it. I expected. I heard great stories about it. I thought it was expected less. I saw some shitty CG and the intro font, like the logo, was ugly as fuck. I was like,
It's the old school font.
Yeah,
but how it went,
That's
like
when I still loved it.
But then when it tilted up and it felt like it's like the way it's implemented so cheaply.
No,
I
that's
thought, like,
when I still love the movie.
no. Then
It's
when
very
there was like,
stylized, but I loved it as well. Yeah.
but I was like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. And I think every time because I expected it to be horrible, I was surprised every time. And it's like, oh, this is actually a really good movie. 7.5. I liked it.
Nice. Madse.
6. Since I love the Predator as a character.
I feel like at the beginning of
It was a
this
4
review,
normally.
you were at a
Yeah, yeah.
4 or something.
We raised it 2 points.
Because I watched it and I didn't turn it off because of not liking it, just because I was tired. But
I heard you say you hated it. A 6 is not hate.
No.
yeah,
6
it's
mediocre.
hard since this is Predator, and I love the Predator as a character, as a monster.
But it can be a shitty movie. Can have a good character.
of course. But
I will give Alien vs. Predator like a 2 or something.
And I think the previous.
I want to say that
Predator-
as well, because those movies I will give a 3, and I thought it was better than that. Yes, I agree.
The 40X
And I
raised
think-
it a point.
I think the premise.
My
also,
slogan is best Predator since Predator.
no, Predator 2. I think is better than this.
You as a Predator expert.
No, I think Prey is better than Predator 2, but Predator 2 is only mainly for nostalgia and just because there's a couple of cool scenes in there, like with what's his name, Gary Busey and the Predator in the film. In the second one, there's a line he says.
What, the Predator says
The
that?
Predator, says a line when Danny Glover has him holding. I think it was something like he swears something like "fuck you, you pussy" or something like this. He says that to Danny Glover while he's hanging on, and then Danny Glover chops his arm off. So yeah, there's some cool.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, there's some cool, and then obviously the ending scene
and the bonus
dancing.
Yeah.
So Predator does have some really cool scenes, but as an overall film, I think Prey is a better film.
Great.
Nice. Dimitri, any last
a tip?
No, but like because you gave it an 8, but not like a synopsis about what.
Oh, I miss small, simple monster movies. This was exactly what I expected it to be, and I was super happy about that.
I'm now very curious how many small, simple monster movies there are, since this is not really small, simple, right? This is Predator.
Super simple.
I mean, like franchise-wise, it's a Predator, so it's a big one. Still, it's not.
No, but the story is a small, simple monster movie.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, it's a small, simple story. Yeah,
Thank
you got
you.
that right.
And I would love to see a Predator versus Vikings and Predator versus Samurai and that kind of stuff. I would like that.
If they do it right, yes.
Predator vs. Samurai would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't care. Like even in any movie, if you have a protagonist who needs to have an arc and then defeat the predator, and if it's fun, that and it
has
it's appraising,
to be well done. Of course.
Exactly. But then again, if it is every time the same ending, I don't care. Like if you have a protagonist,
of course. But if there's not any stakes in it, and you don't give a shit about the tribe or whatever, and you don't know anyone except for her brother.
I cared for her. She was.
She was but that's the thing. But she doesn't. It to me, it felt just she doesn't have anything to live for, but except for her brother and her will to prove herself as a hunter.
She didn't hate her mom either.
Yeah, no. But I didn't get to know her mom as well, so just a short scene, I think. So I didn't care.
She even outsmarted her mom because she know how to make the medicine well.
Yeah, because she's a experienced predator, and they don't believe in her. Great.
I think we all said our piece, right?
Okay, and I think I'm happy that we actually made Madse more positive. I feel we raised it a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. But the thing is, if they would have done the animals more realistic, it still could be CG, but the camera works on there like not almost like a pixel.
Go watch
movie.
that action, that one taker again. And
I think Madse
crazy.
detracted 4 points out of 10 for the CG animals.
But like the action scenes are really good.
Yeah,
it is.
And the thing is, because I should have repeated again.
Yes, please.
I wanted to say
for the
no,
listeners,
but
for the fans. For
I know what you're gonna say.
This is for the fans.
If you don't. You can make them as realistic if you want, animation-wise, and you render them realistic. But if you suddenly film them as if they are computer animals, then I'm gone.
Isn't that just like one scene though?
No.
Or maybe three.
Maybe
it's top snake.
Yeah,
the rabbit.
But
that's one scene, snake and rabbit.
But since it killed the,
I think it's the one scene where the
snake is in the nighttime scene. And then you have the rabbit and the wolf.
And they just,
and the lion as well, right?
You hated the lion as well, but
no, the lion was okay. The lion was okay.
That was killed by them, not the predator.
That was more believable as an animal that would have attacked you out of nowhere. So the rabbit was just
so
really.
It's 2 scenes.
Yeah. But it threw me off. So I was gone. I didn't believe in it anymore. So yeah, great.
The rest of the film, just thinking about the rabbit.
No, but I didn't have any, like, I didn't believe in the, there were no
stakes.
No the predator
suspense.
didn't feel like scary or
he
powerful
didn't find the
anymore.
Predator scary. He didn't want Naru to live. He didn't want the brother to live. He didn't care for the tribe.
I didn't care if they lived or survived because there was no like emotional bond and they
didn't
had
like the
nothing to
action
live for,
scenes.
it seemed.
No cool weapons. No.
Yeah, the predator was cool, but it's a waste. Yeah, too bad.
It's a 6.
6 is not a waste.
No.
I would say,
No, because I also watch movies like Wrong Turn, and those are worse. So
Wrong Turn's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, not all of them. Not all of them.
Well, not all of them. Yeah.
Wrong Turn 4. Have you seen that?
Oh no, I haven't seen 4.
Yeah,
but there's a 4th one.
That's when why I rate this a 6.
I got a tip.
Yes.
And I want to stay in line with Arnie. And it's going to be a old one. It's True Lies by James Cameron. And
where can you watch it?
On YouTube.
No. No, I found out it was with a Spanish translation.
It's Spanish dubbed?
Dubbed, yeah.
Oh, that's even better. That's good.
So that's why it's still on YouTube.
But it's not streamable, he said.
No.
Can you
maybe for money? I don't
rent
know.
it from iTunes or something?
I don't know.
I think it's underappreciated. Next to like Predator,
it's weirdly
True Lies is a
underappreciated.
action classic.
Yeah.
If you like action movies, you should watch that because it's very, very good.
Yep. Sunjeev, what's your tip?
Do you have a tip?
I'll go with a video game. I did start the other game. It's a Souls game called Thymesia, I think it's called Tymesi.
Okay.
Was it the one you showed me, like the indie one with a lot of the rolling?
Yeah, it came out like a few days ago.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's like a mix between Bloodborne and Sekiro. But yeah, it's pretty fun. And it's only like 7 to 9 hours. So you could complete the game and then you could start a new game plus and then replay.
Which platforms?
Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox. So it's on everything basically.
Okay. PS5. I like that.
Do you ever play on your Steam Deck still?
I only play the Delicious Course from Cuphead.
Okay.
I don't use my Steam Deck too much, and I'm embarrassed about it. But I just like my.
Maybe I know a buyer.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Well, it's almost October soon, so
you're gonna get it almost.
Are you playing on it, Don Dimitri?
Right now, not at the moment, but I
Dimitri
have played a lot of it.
I've
used it a lot.
Yeah, a lot of Neon White.
Neon White, Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
Subnautica Below Zero.
Yeah,
Ace Attorney.
I still prefer my PS5 just on the sofa, big screen, love it.
Yeah, nice.
Great controller.
I'm playing Call of the Lamb on it.
What is your tip today, this week?
What will be my tip? Jorrit, you go first.
I'm also want to do an older, well, not that old movie, because I realized that it was playing at Lowlands Festival. It's The Worst Person in the World.
Oh yeah,
it's about
I have to watch that still.
I think it is a Danish movie, Danish or Norwegian movie. Anyway, it's about a woman, not so nice woman who's is kind of like in a sort of midlife crisis or whatever, and she's basically cheating, and she actually doesn't know what she wants with the world, but it's a look in the life of a very bad woman, but it's like a life story, and I can recommend it.
You thought it was very good.
It hit in the feels.
Yeah, I want to see it.
It was a good one. Make sure that you watch it with English subtitles, because my girlfriend went to the Dutch one, and then there was like I had to translate it all the time. It was super annoying. So Pathé, this is if you're watching people from Pathé, also make more English subbed.
You have to go to Lab 111.
But also Pathé needs to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Because we pay Pathé, and Pathé should listen to us, because we're it's an international podcast.
Okay, Madse.
Yes.
Hit it.
Because I hit it on this movie, and I saw Dimitri very kindly tweeting to the director of this movie. I want to...
that's a good tip.
Tell people to watch 10 Cloverfield Lane still, because I really love that. And it's a great movie. I shouldn't tell much about it, because that would spoil it, but just watch it. It's nice. Great.
I agree.
That's a really...
If you watch that.
That's I watched Cloverfield.
No,
10 Cloverfield Lane. I don't think I watched it.
That's so you're like to me.
I'll put it on my list.
Yeah. Pretty cool. It's way better than this one. This is great.
Is it though?
That's I don't know. I think they're both good.
Sunjeev, what do you think?
I think they're both good, but there's for other reasons, spoiler reasons, I won't say why I prefer Prey over 10 Cloverfield
Lane. Ooh. Okay, I'll put it on my list, and then I'll give my quick,
way more suspenseful,
my quick review about it next week, next episode.
Okay, nice.
All right, I think we're at the end of the episode, everyone.
Thank you, Sunjeev, for being here.
Thank you again, especially for the fans, our international fans.
Yeah,
if you want Sunjeev more often, please put it in the comments.
Sunjeev is going to be our...
but I want more. I want more interaction.
So you want
with
more
the
interaction?
Fans.
Okay, If you want to keep Sunjeev, please comment, subscribe, whatever.
Comment and tell us what we need to talk about.
Yeah,
exactly. And then if any international person would be like, yes, I want the previous episodes subtitled well, so you can comment on us.
Yeah, you can then join our Patreon. What's it?
Patreon.
Patreon. Patron. That's
El Patron.
tequila.
Alrighty, well, thank you for watching, listening, and see
all
you
that
next
stuff.
time.
Bye.
Bye.